Smartphones from OPPO in recent years have put an emphasis on portrait photography. By combining optical hardware and computational photography, the cameras on these phones can capture sharp-looking portraits with a bokeh effect. Now, OPPO is set to take portrait photography on its smartphones to the next level with the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus 5G. Living up to its name as the portrait expert, it features an ultra-clear portrait camera system comprised of 3 sensors. But instead of me just standing here telling you the specs of the sensors, let's go out into the concrete jungles of Kuala Lumpur so that I can show you what these cameras can do. We'll start with the telephoto camera, as it is the first for the Reno series. Behind this lens sits a 64 megapixel camera with a half-inch sensor, which is the highest pixel count and largest sensor used for a telephoto camera on a Reno series. As a result, it is able to capture more light, producing brighter and more colorful photos. Being a periscope telephoto camera, it features an optical 3x zoom, which is equivalent to a 71mm focal length. This means there's no obvious loss in image quality when zoomed in. Additionally, you can zoom in further up to 6 times thanks to OPPO's in-sensor zoom technology, which crops into the image sensor and offers close to optical zoom quality. So, if you want to shoot a close-up portrait, say from the shoulder and above, you don't have to take the phone right up to the person's face. This makes it easier to shoot from different angles and easier to work with the lighting without casting a shadow on the person's face. Moreover, since this is a telephoto portrait camera with an emphasis on portrait photography, the camera features a larger f2.5 aperture with a minimum focusing distance of 25 cm, creating an optical shallow depth of field. Therefore, your portraits will have a natural bokeh effect, perfectly separating your in-focus subject from the blurry background. But if you want to adjust the intensity of the bokeh effect or add the effect when the subject is close to the background, you can switch to the Pro Portrait mode. OPPO has upgraded the mode on the Reno10 Pro Plus by using a more advanced depth of field algorithm which can better separate the subject from the background based on the depth information obtained from the scene. Therefore, despite using computational photography, the Reno10 Pro Plus can achieve a more natural and realistic looking bokeh effect. Next up, we have the primary 50 megapixel camera using a 1/1.56 inch IMX890 sensor with an aperture of f1.8. For shooting half-body portraits, this is the ideal camera for the job. However, it's at night when this camera comes into its own, as it features optical image stabilization or OIS. When shooting in low light environments, the camera's shutter stays open for longer to capture more light. This makes it sensitive to shakiness. OIS helps to keep the camera as steady as possible by compensating for the shakiness. As a result, you get to enjoy brighter and clearer photos at night. Finally, we have the 8 megapixel ultra-wide-angle camera with a 112-degree field of view thanks to the 5P lens module. Besides capturing more of the scene in a single frame, you can use this camera to shoot creative ultra-wide portraits. OPPO has also programmed anti-facial distortion algorithms to keep the fisheye effect to a minimum. The camera system on the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus is not only good at portrait photography, but is set to deliver an exceptional pro-level camera experience. OPPO's constant benchmarking of its technology against professional camera standards has led to narrowing the gap between smartphone cameras and high-end DSLRs, with end-to-end improvements that put professional-grade equipment in the hands of everyone. You can learn more about the OPPO Reno10 Pro Plus and find out about the current promotion on the phone with the link in the description. Well, that's the end of this showcase. Remember to like our video to show some support to everyone who worked hard on this project, and subscribe to our YouTube channel so they get to keep their jobs. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and TikTok to get the latest news on almost everything. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Bye!